Hi, we're back with Stand on Guard. I'm your host, David Crayden. Hope you had a chance to watch the House of Commons question period today. Wasn't as good as yesterday, but we're doing our best. When I come back in a minute, I want you to see a real piece of political theater. That's all I can say. It's political theater. So we are in a very precarious position in this country. We need political change, but we also need the resolve to resist. We miss you, Sasha. Please ring the bell, like this broadcast. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to my dialogue with the great Neil Oliver, please watch parts 1 and 2 on Crayden's Right, part of our Stand on Guard series of videos. I think this is one of the best interviews I've ever done, and it was so enjoyable. This is a man who's so brilliant and so understandable and so incredibly prescient at times in terms of what he is predicting is going to happen. He's on top of things. Please have a chance to read it. And thanks for liking the station. Thanks for supporting us. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Check and see you haven't been unsubscribed. Sometimes that happens, yeah. But I encourage you to watch that interview. It's a little long. Just watch the second part. If you can't watch the whole hour and a half, watch the second part. I think the best part is the second part. But wanted to talk about one of my least favorite members of Parliament and one of my most favorite members of Parliament. The least favorite is Mark Holland from Ajax, Ontario, a Liberal who's been there for quite a few years. When I worked on the Hill, I remember when Mark arrived in Ottawa. And he, as far as I'm concerned, has always been a bit of political baggage. And I really have no time for the guy. He is so partisan. He just will not do anything, as far as I am concerned, in the public interest and Canada's interest, always in the interest of the Liberal Party. And he demonstrated that again today at the Health Committee. Now, the MP facing him down was a guy I have a lot of time for, who is a Alberta MP, Conservative MP from just out in the suburbs of Edmonton, and that's Michael Cooper. And Michael got into a bit of a bind yesterday because he dared to bring up the fact that the Liberals and the Prime Minister knew they had a former Waffen-SS soldier. That means N-A-Z-I, by the way, for those of you who are uninitiated, in the parliamentary gallery when the Ukrainian President Zelensky was making his speech. And Cooper had the audacity to say the Liberals had no shame about this. So what happens today? Cooper's at the Health Committee. He's bringing up an issue that is pertinent to all Canadians and is growing in importance. And Canadians are getting madder and madder about the MAiD program, Medical Assistance in Dying, otherwise known as euthanasia. And it's becoming more of a eugenics program than it is a euthanasia program, because now they want the mentally ill there. Oh, yes. They want the mentally ill involved in this. So what's going on here? Not a good fit. Doesn't look good at all. And of course, don't criticize the Liberals for doing anything wrong with this program. Oh, no. This has got everything to do with compassion and caring for people. That's BS. This is a deadly program, literally deadly program. It's made Canada the suicide capital of the world. I don't think that's anything we should be proud of, but Mark Holland loves this program. He loves it just so much, and he wants to expand it to the mentally ill, but he knows he's getting pushback from psychiatrists, from medical professionals who say, hold it. This is just not going to work. This is beyond the pale. We cannot keep expanding this program, making more and more people eligible, because once you include the mentally ill, that's going to include addicts, alcoholics, anybody who just happens to be feeling depressed someday. That could be contrived with mental illness. And, oh, you're a candidate for MAiD. You're a candidate for euthanasia. Let's watch this pitiful performance by one of the worst MPs on the Hill that I call him the unhealthy minister, Mark Holland. Just watch this guy perform. And that's what this is, a political performance.
There are no legislative safeguards.
Well, you can say that.
Well,
I mean,
you haven't cited one. You haven't cited any. You haven't cited any, and you haven't responded to the fact that 78% of Ontario psychiatrists believe that whatever so-called safeguards that will be in place are completely insufficient. We're talking about wrongful deaths when there's an inappropriate application of MAiD. That's what we're talking about.
So we're talking here and see in this legislation
is what you've demonstrated is that
no, we're taking
ideological.
First of all, I'm just going to say I reject.
You're playing with people's lives.
I reject that totally. I reject
it's absolutely disgraceful.
No, what is disgraceful is mischaracterizing my position or mischaracterizing the position of any member of Parliament, sir. Saying that any member of Parliament doesn't care about any human life is a disgraceful thing that I will not tolerate.
Well,
and for you to step into this committee and make an accusation of any member of Parliament that they do not care about the life of another human being is absolutely beyond reproach, sir. I have spent my entire life, as you have, fighting for the good in this world. And for you to accuse a good person of not caring about human life, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, look at this political figure posturing, acting, doing his best to pretend he's not running a death program. That's all this is, a euthanasia program, and Mark Holland is proud of it. And he doesn't want to confront that. He doesn't want to deal with that. He doesn't want to talk about that. He wants to talk about how it's shameful to question his involvement in this program. This is utter nonsense. And it infuriates me that this guy continues to occupy a seat in the House of Commons, that the electorate in Ajax, Ontario, continue to send this political hound back to Ottawa, where he continues to put his snout in the political trough year after year after year. And now he's the Minister of Health, and that's a very bad place for a person like Mark Holland to be. That's all I want to say about this today. Good on Michael Cooper for confronting this minister. Bad on Mark Holland for trying to evade responsibility and trying to put the shame on Michael Cooper when he's running the shameful program. That's all for now. Thanks for watching this brief segment of Stand on Guard. I'm your host, David Crayden. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Bye for now.